to Ask the Patient Advocate podcast, where we will discuss all things related to navigating your health. I am Dr. Elena Borrelli, and I'm so excited to talk about such an important topic of private patient advocacy. Managing your health and navigating the healthcare system is challenging, but it's a lot better when we go through it together. Welcome back to a new episode of Ask the Patient Advocate podcast. Today we're talking about a topic that truly empowers patients, self-advocacy. And I get asked this a lot, like what exactly is it? So I'm really excited to talk about it today in this episode. It's one of the most valuable tools that you can have when navigating the healthcare system. And while most of us have heard of the term before, not everyone understands what effective self-advocacy really looks at or what common mistakes to avoid. Joining me today is a member of our team. Welcome, Christine. How are you?
Hi, Dr. Borrelli. Well, thank you so much for having me here. I'm really great. So let's start with the first question. What does self-advocacy actually means?
Self-advocacy is about learning how to speak up for your needs, preferences, and values in your healthcare journey. It's making sure that your voice is heard, whether or not you have a private patient advocate helping you. And we'll talk more about that, the benefits of that. I like to teach self-advocacy using the acronym ADVOCATE, so A.D.V.O.C.A.T.E. It's an easy way to remember the key elements. So A is ask the questions whenever you need clarifications. D stands for document everything. Document, document, document. I mean, that is so key. Keep notes and copies of the results. V, voice concerns respectfully when something feels off. O, organize your health, appointments, medications, and information. C, care for yourself, practice self-care, and maintain strength and focus. A, assess your regular health to see what's working and what isn't. T, take the help when it's offered and let others support you. And then E is evaluate your plan and make adjustments as needed. These steps are not linear. They're actually ongoing habits that work together to make you a stronger participant in your care.
Well, that's a great framework. So what do you see as some of the biggest mistakes patients make when, they're trying to advocate for themselves?
One of the most common is thinking advocacy means being like aggressive or confrontational. Some people feel that they have to fight with the doctors or other healthcare members to be heard, but that's not true advocacy. Effective advocacy is about collaboration, not conflict. It's building a partnership with your care team where everyone's goal is your best possible outcome. When that trust exists, communication improves and so does your care. And I think that's so essential because there's often this misconception that like advocacy means like going in, angry and just kind of fighting with everyone. And I will say, sometimes you do have to, use a stronger voice and voice your concerns, and that is okay. But you really need to have that good collaboration and not conflict because in the end, that's what's going to be beneficial for everyone.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree with you. And, let's talk about preparation. Appointments can be, sometimes short and sometimes it's very stressful for some. And what's the best way for patients to go in, ready to advocate for themselves?
Preparation makes all the difference. Before your appointment, I like to say, and I tell all of our clients, write down your main questions or concerns and rank them by importance. Bring your documentation, medication lists, text results, and even symptom notes. That way, you can focus your time efficiently and your provider sees that you're serious, organized, and ready to work as a team.
That's totally right. So, you know what? Communication seems to be at the heart of all of this, right?
Yes.
Effective communication. What does effective communication look like between a patient and their healthcare team?
So it's about clarity and respect. Speak honestly about what you're experiencing and use calm, specific language. If you don't understand something, ask for it to be explained another way. And I will say, this all seems amazingly easy, but it's not that easy because when you're sick, when you're at a doctor's office or an appointment, you aren't feeling well, you're feeling frustrated, you want answers, you want to feel better things you probably maybe waited a long time and now this person is coming in and trying to treat you really rushed. You feel overwhelmed, unheard. You have all these emotions. So If somebody tells you speak, like respectfully and calm, it's easier said than done. So I totally get it, but the more prepared you are, the more you work with the private patient advocate, the more you practice this, it's going to get better, and you'll notice that the outcome in the end is more positive and beneficial to you when you're able to control it and follow these steps. Also, remember it's okay to take notes or have someone with you as a support. We, as private patient advocates, take notes all the time and for our clients, because sometimes you're not even really comprehending what was said because so many things are happening and you're so nervous or you have different emotions and symptoms, and it's just a very fast paced environment, and there's always that unexpected component of it. Communication isn't one sided. When you and your care team understand each other, advocacy becomes far more powerful.
I agree with you. That's such an empowering perspective. And I know for some, they don't understand the terminologies of, healthcare, medical terminologies. And it's great that, having you on their like clients' appointments, because that way you can be a bridge. You can explain to them with more clarity and in a friendly tone. I think having you on their on the doctor's appointments is really beneficial. Um
Exactly.
Advocacy isn't about demanding, it's about being informed, right? Prepared and confident.
No, exactly. You said it exactly correctly. When you understand how to advocate effectively, it completely changes your experience in the healthcare system. You feel more in control, more respected, and more supported. I can't tell you the number of times we have new clients that are like, okay, I want to hire you as a private patient advocate. Can you call and go like scream at the hospital? you know, and well, I definitely understand their frustration, and I'm happy. We're all happy to help on our team here. We tend to have a different approach, and we explain that to our clients, and then we move forward with that approach and in the best interest of our clients to get the best outcome that they want. So um, you know it definitely involves a mixture of different tactics and approaches, but yeah, I think it's important to understand, it's not as easy as it seems. There's a lot of work going into preparing for that.
Yeah. And I love that you said it's something that you can learn, right? Speaking of that, we actually have something really exciting to share.
Oh, yes, yes. So if you've ever felt unsure about how to speak up in appointments, just asking the right questions or managing your care, we actually created something just for you. We have our self advocacy courses. So, our self patient advocacy courses is designed to walk you through each step becoming your own best advocate using that A.D.V.O.C.A.T.E framework that we talked about earlier. And through this course, you'll learn practical skills, how to organize your medical records, prepare for appointments, communicate effectively with your care team, and even handle insurance and billing issues with confidence. It's really about helping you take back your power and make your healthcare journey less overwhelming and more successful. And the great part of it is it's very flexible. You can kind of do it at your own pace, and there's tons of extra tools available throughout it, where to help you better understand it, and reaching out to us as well as another great tool.
Yeah, I know they would love that. And if you are ready to start advocating for yourself the right way, visit Pathway Patient Advocates to learn more and sign up for our self advocacy course. So you can go on this link, www.pathwaypa.com/pathway courses. Links are available in the show notes, and you can also give us a call at 947-517-8395 to know more about the course. And remember, you don't have to do this alone, and we're here to guide you.
Thank you, Christine. It's been a pleasure as always. I hope that this conversation has helped your listeners feel more confident as they navigate their healthcare journeys. Bye. Have a great day. If you have a question for Ask the Patient Advocate, email advocate@pathwaypa.com. Managing your health and navigating the healthcare system is challenging, but it's a lot better when we go through it together.